So anyway, the last part of my presentation here is actually going to be a reprise of a piece, a part that I did at the last salon party, but since most of you weren't there, I can do it again and it'll be sort of fresh. And this is called, it's a takeoff of Jeff Foxworthy's You Might Be a Redneck, only this is You Might Be an Alaskan. If you've ever found yourself mowing your lawn after 11 o'clock at night, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever worn a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops outside in anything less than 50 degrees and not been cold, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever gone to a midday movie in the winter and missed the sun that day, if you've ever been to a fur bikini contest, you might be an Alaskan. If you, and this one's particularly relevant, if you have snowbirds along your driveway taller than you are, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever watched a fireworks show while it was still light out, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever used an Avon skin product as insect repellent, you might be an Alaskan. If you find you can distinguish between 5 or more major salmon species by taste, you might really be an Alaskan if you refuse to eat at least 2 of these on culinary grounds. If you get more in REI dividends every year than you get in your savings account, you might be an Alaskan. If you have more dogs than friends and relatives combined, you might be an Alaskan. If you can survive on 5 hours of sleep a night in the summer, but can't drag yourself out of bed after 10 hours in the winter. If you've ever driven on square tires, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever been called at 5 a.m. by someone in New York who has no clue what time zone you're in, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever gotten up in the morning and watched live football while it's still dark, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever ripened more tomatoes in a paper bag than on the vine, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever been sworn at in Yupik, you might be an Alaskan. If you've ever been to a town with more snow machines than cars, you might be an Alaskan. In fact, if you know a snow machine is not something used to make snow, you might be an Alaskan. If you know that bunny boots are not some kind of furry slippers with floppy ears, you might be an Alaskan. And finally, if you've ever passed a fresh moose kill and thought to yourself, I wonder how hard it would be to get that load, to load that into the trunk of my car, you might be an Alaskan.